This building on a busy street in the north of Buenos Aires was a detention centre used by the Argentinian military between 1976 and 1983 to torture and kill thousands of its opponents. With the return to democracy, it was converted 2 decades ago into a research and cultural centre, a place of memory. Last month, the government told Lorena Bossi and other workers here they were terminating their contracts and closing some buildings in the complex for repairs. There was no consultation.
They're against the politics related to the search for memory, truth and justice, also against human rights. All the rights of the new generation are being attacked by the extreme right on behalf of this government.
The government says it is committed to human rights. However, President Milei has publicly defended the military regime. More than 40 years after the military left office, the fight for justice continues to preserve the memory of the horrors committed here. It's as strong as ever, but now, say campaigners, there are fresh obstacles being put in the way by those who are trying to silence them. The Cerejos detention centre was smaller, a family house in a residential street. These tiny cells housing prisoners for months. Many were killed, their bodies never recovered. Sebastian is one of those keeping the memory alive with guided tours.
It's very important we keep giving these tours, these visits which recover memory, that put them in the present, which makes sense of the attacks that took place, because there's a strong link between what happened then and what is happening now.
State forces in 1978 kidnapped Claudia Poblete along with her parents when she was 8 months old. They took them to the Villa Olimpo detention centre in Buenos Aires. Claudia was given up for adoption to a military family, given a new name and birth date. Her parents were never seen again. 22 years later, she became the 64th stolen child to be recovered by the human rights campaigners, the Abuelas of the Plaza de Mayo. The 138th and 139th were recovered earlier this year. More than 200 remain unaccounted for. The search to find them continues.
Yes, right now we're facing very difficult times as a human rights organization, because we are facing attacks in a way from the government, and the government is supporting denialist ideas nowadays and enforcing them in a way. And also they are cutting budget on the public policies on memory, justice and truth.
The campaigners say with survivors and witnesses old and frail, many dying, their quest for truth is more vital now than ever, especially with the very concept of truth being challenged, not just in Argentina, but elsewhere in the world too. Daniel Schweimler, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.